Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we'll be looking at a Union Mills model as I've been buying some more. This is the Adams 0395 class, also known as the LSWR 0395 class. So it's Union Mills, so it's made by Mr. Colin Hurd, if I remember right. Quick look at the box. Very basic box, because so it's only done by the one guy. Just quickly a bit of information here. I did get the BR Black to go with most of my other locomotives. As you see, the running number is 30571 and BR Black. Inside the box, it's mostly padding, so not have a look at that because no one look at bubble wrap. You get enough of that around these days. And inside we also have a leaflet just explaining about the locomotive itself, the prototype. And also it does tell you a little bit about the model, saying that it's already been running. You can get DCC'd. Do you think... I'll go back to DCC about a little bit later. I might want to say now. So it has been a little while since I've done a video, so I'm a little bit out of it. But yes, you can get these models DCC'd, but it's a little bit awkward just because of how the electrics are done inside. Mainly because, from what I remember from my T9, only one side of the driving wheels pick up power, and then again one side on the actual motorised part of the model picks up power. I might be a little bit off from what I remember, but it's a bit awkward compared to what you get from Graham Farris and also Dapol, but it's been working for a while, and so if it works, why bother change it? Anyway, let's get on to the model itself. As always with most Union, well, in fact all Union Mills models, they do lack a bit of detail, but it makes up for that by being more affordable than models from the big, main two manufacturers, and also it does have tremendous pulling power. So you sacrifice a little bit to get pulling power and affordability. Anyway, go into the, I'll just say a bit closer up. You would have noticed that these driving wheels are actually free rolling, as this is actually tender driven, so all the power is in here. In fact, the middle wheel here is actually tender driven because it's only these two axles which power the loco. But yes, so it's, if I remember right, it only cost me about, was it £89? That sounds about right. Yeah, it cost me £89, which is for an 060 locomotive of this size, it's fairly good. From Farris, normally you get £89 will just get you a tank engine. In fact, from Dapol, I think that will only get you a tank engine. So for the price of a tank engine, you now have an actual tender locomotive, which will outperform everything else on your layout. On the bottom, it's very basic. The axles and also the cogs on the inside. As the little pamphlet has said, it's pre-oiled and run in. On the bottom, it just says Union Mills. Right, I'll just get another close up just to say the detail. So, you can get this in two liveries, but both of them are black, so you're not really missing much if I'm not saying the other one. The only difference is that the other black livery is the Southern Freight Black, so it will say Southern back here, the number, running number on the side here, and the rest of it will just be black. So you do get the running number on the front there, and most of the detail is actually just part of, I'm assuming, a mould for the metal. I'm not entirely sure exactly what metal it is. I'm guessing it's probably steel or some sort like that. but it's fairly heavy, and I'll be checking the weight in a moment. And yes, you can improve it. Like I said, there's not really much. Well, there's a few bits which you can do here and there, which can improve the detail, like just painting the safety valve and the actual whistle in brass, and also appropriate pipe work. And I'll just add a little bit more detail. If this was a passenger locomotive like my T9, you could add the lining here and there, but this is a freight locomotive, and black will be all it'll be coloured in. And I'll just put message on Steam, so I'll ignore that for a minute, but we'll have a quick look at how much this weighs. And I sort of actually left that on. So I've actually left that on the scales while it was sorting itself out. There we go. Like I said, I haven't done a video for a little while, and it should be in the new year, so I hope everyone's had a nice new year and a nice Christmas. Mine's probably been hectic. I actually record this a little bit earlier than I normally do. So the weight is 126.7 grams, which is slightly different when I checked it a minute ago. Oh well, 126 grams and a half. We'll just go with that. Anyway, let's get this onto the turntable, and I will tell you about the actual prototype as you watch it spin round and round. So, see you in a bit. The LSWR 395 class was a class of goods 060 steam locomotives designed for the LSWR by William Adams as part of his modernisation program. All 70 were constructed by Nielsen and Company between 1881 and 1886. The last 34 locomotives differed in being slightly longer and heavier. Early members of the class were numbered in a continuous series of new numbers between 395 and 406. Some later batches reused numbers of withdrawn or duplicated locomotives. The 309 was a long-lived class, with several lasting for 70 years. Between 1916 and 1918, 50 locomotives were sold to the British government for use by the Railway Operating Division by the Royal Engineers. These included all 16 not in the duplicate list. The RAD transferred 36 of the class to its Palestine Railway military railway, and 9 for service in the Mesopotamian campaign. In 1918, 7 of those delivered to Palestine were transferred to Mesopotamia. After the First World War, 20 Class 395s remained in Great Britain in LSWR service, and then in the grouping of 1923, these passed into Southern Railway, and eventually in 1948, under nationalisation, the remaining 18 entered British Railway stock and was renumbered in a continuous series. Withdrawal resumed in 1953, and the last one, 30567, being withdrawn in September 1959 after 76 years of service. All of these locomotives were unfortunately scrapped. Well, here we are, ready to do the test. I'll be using the bottom port layout because I don't have to set it up like the test track, and like I said, it's already all out, so a lot less work for me to do. I did have to do a few modifications, which is namely over here. You can see there's some wires just coming. Actually, I'll try and zoom in. Howdy. Yeah, I had to do some wiring work over here just so that one of the three-way points actually has powered frogs for the moment. So it's a very simple fix for now, but it allows our locomotive to go around the 395 class. Also, some reason I'm quite sure I have some problems with my controller. I'm not too sure but now and then when I'm trying to turn it down, it surges. So nothing to do with a locomotive, which you can see runs quite well. I said this is all on DC power, so right. For this next bit, I will need to do a run up because yeah, it has a slight problem with the point work over here where there's no power to the frogs. So wish me luck. Every time I've done this before, it always stopped and stalled on camera. So there we go. Third time the charm. As you can see, has no issues going round. Even with a layout of mostly dead frogs. Anyway, let's slow this down. My controller's behaving itself. I may need to get a replacement, but yes, let's fix this up with the test rake, which is 8 Mark 1s, each of them being, what was it, 25 grams each. So this is, considering how heavy the locomotive is, this is actually just under twice its own weight. I could actually connect some more. I might do in a minute because I've got a couple Railworks Southeast ones over there. But for now, let's just connect all these up, so I'll bring you back in a bit. Right, here we are. And my phone's bleeping at me for some reason. Anyway, here we are with the locomotive coupled up with the test rake, which is slightly modified because the brake composite corridor kept falling off at the end. I have no idea why it keeps doing that, and why there's a slight hair there. But yes, that one's sitting out, and I've got one of the Railworks Southeast what's it, carriages on the back, just to make up for it. So here we go. That's not the right way. Also, I have flipped the locomotive around because I thought being on the other end might help with the decoupling, but no. This at least gives us a good run up for that point. I'll give it a bit of a slowdown when we get past that point. You can see slow speed with just under twice its own weight. It has no issues. It's a Sunday because it weighs what? 50, 100, 5 Mark 1s. I could probably add 2 more and it would have no issues with it. And it's actually getting away. Stop playing with the controller. Let's see if I can make it behave now. So it'll just be a very strange looking rake. But there we go. Right. Hopefully it stays all attached this time. So this is 9 Mark 1s. Bit of a run up. Now it behaves. Anyway, since there's a bit of noise, I'm not gonna. Anyway, let's have a look at the loco. Ooh. Try to work out all the camera things at the moment. But yes, Union Mills LSWR 395 class. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. Like I said, it's not the most detailed, but it looks the prototype, which is all you can really ask for, in my opinion. It's very affordable at just under £90. It pulls like a horse, if that actually is a good saying, but it can pull pretty much anything you give it, throw at it. The only issue which I can bring up is if you don't have powered frogs, it will have problem, but then again, so do most other things which aren't longer than anything else, basically as long as a carriage, really. The only other issue which I bring up is they do have Colin only makes them in limited stocks, so if you really want one, make sure you get them when he's making them. So, like I did, I actually tried to pre-order them just as soon as he announced them. That was a couple of months before he actually put them back out. But yes, other than but the issue of it doesn't look as stunning as, like I said, the Mark 1 coasters, which it's pulling. So the detail isn't at the same level, but so it's good enough for the price. It has to be, for the price and the fact that it's a prototype which isn't made by anybody else. Some sacrifices must be made, and luckily pulling power, performance and price isn't any of them. It's just a bit of detail which you can add yourself if you're skilled enough, which I'm not, so it's going to keep looking like this for a while. Anyway, this has been James from Gosport Railworks, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really enjoyed it, I hope you subscribed and liked, but otherwise, let me know what you feel like in the comments, and I'll stop rambling. Anyway, I'll see you again next time, and take care. Bye bye now.